Hello guys, this is Cheap Bastard talking to ya. Today I got a really interesting video for you guys. Can a €200 PSU impact gaming performance against €10 used one? So, the power supply which I have bought new for €195 is the Corsair HX1000. It is 1 kilowatt fully modular 80 plus Platinum certified PSU which comes with a 10-year Corsair warranty. It has 8 6 plus 2 pin PSIe cables for GPUs and tons of other peripherals. The other one is an unbranded 500 watt PSU that I have bought for €10 on a used local market. It has only 4-pin CPU connector, 6-pin PCIe connector, 3 SATA and 2 Molex ports. It doesn't have any 80 plus certification and isn't modular at all. Before the tests begin, I unplugged all unnecessary cables from my Corsair HX1000 and began the tests. So let's jump into it! For the first game I chose Star Wars The Battlefront 2. On Ultra settings, the PC with the Corsair HX1000 got an average of 77.4 and a minimum of 35 with a maximum of 89 FPS. Meanwhile, a PC with 500 watt PSU got an average of 83 and a minimum of 57 and an amazing maximum of 117 frames per second. €10 PSU won against €200 PSU. For the second game to test, I chose Overwatch. On the highest settings possible, my PC with €10 PSU got an average of 69.7, a minimum of 56 and a maximum of 73 FPS. On the other hand, we have €200 PSU and it got an average of 69.8, a minimum of 51 and a maximum of 73 FPS. Well, €200 PSU got a higher average, but it still got a smaller minimum. It's a draw. The next game is Need for Speed Payback. The PC with Corsair PSU got an average of 68.6 and a minimum of 48 with a maximum of 101 FPS. Meanwhile, our unbranded PSU managed to get an average of 73 and a minimum of 53 with a maximum of 94 frames per second. Strangely, but our unbranded PSU won again. Moving on, we have the most popular game on the planet, Fortnite. €10 PSU got an average of 91.7 FPS, a minimum of 36 and a maximum of 119 FPS. The €200 PSU got an average of 83.4, a minimum of 37 and a maximum of 107 FPS. €10 PSU got more FPS and won the battle. For the final game to test, I chose CSGO. The €200 Corsair HX1000 PSU managed to get an average of 161, a minimum of 70 and a maximum of 259 FPS, while €10 unbranded PSU managed to get an average of 117, a minimum of 66 and a really good maximum of 280 FPS. The only one game which got more FPS with 1 kilowatt Corsair PSU was CSGO. I bet you thought that €200 PSU would win, but €10 PSU pulled the victory, which is insane. The gaming performance actually felt identical between those power supplies. To conclude, you shouldn't waste €200 on expensive high-end PSU. If you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like that. Stay cheap, Cheap Bastard out.